What's up, YouTube? Silent Comic Geek coming to you with a live stream. Yes, it is new comic book day, at least to me. I didn't get to go by the LCS yesterday. Had to be out of the town and all the work stuff, that you got to do from time to time, and only made it by today. What is going on? Justin at Know It Good Comics. What's going on? And then Perry Comics lurking and twerking. Appreciate y'all for joining early. Join early, join often, as they say in voting. And so got a bunch of, it was kind of a light week for new comic books, but I got a bunch of comics in the mail for a mail call today. That's Scorsese, 1971. What's going on, man? How is it going? Hopefully everybody's doing great out there, and either you got by yesterday or got by today to your LCS to pick up your new comic books. Like I said, it was kind of a light week, but there were some kind of big books in there that I'm excited to get around to reading, but that will have to be saved for another time. So let's see what I got in the old mailaroo. Mail is still very sporadic, at least down here in Mississippi. And so it's very sporadic still, and stuff that shouldn't take very long to get to takes a while. So now the other day I was on a live stream with Art the Bear. Bear is a guy who's been known in the comic book industry for a long time. He did a lot of work in X-Men back in the day, even the first few issues in the Cable full volume 1, not the John Romita 2-part volume, but the main Cable title back in the day he did. And so he was on a live stream and he was talking about this Indiegogo type deal that he had been doing, and so decided to buy into that. It was already past the time, so they had already ordered everything, so it wasn't like it was waiting to see if it did get funded. It was already funded, but he had extras left. I didn't get the highest tiers because those had already sold out. Didn't get the lowest tiers, so this is what I got. So this is a sketchbook, VIP sketchbook, and so it has, let me see if I can do it this way. Here we go. So just different sketches of these chrono mechanics, which is a deal that he came up with. CFAP, what's going on, my friend? How is it going with you? And so I got the sketchbook. The sketchbook is signed by him, and also got these trading cards with it. So this is the mechanic, chrono mechanics, right? And then we got Eugene from Chrono Mechanics. And also came with the square bound copy of Chrono Mechanics. So this is signed by him. And then I'm assuming that his wife, Pamela Thebear or Thebear, is his wife or his daughter. I'm not sure, but she is the writer and he is the writer and artist. And so I think that's both of their signatures. I lend to think it is his wife, just simply because he said something about his wife getting them out and so on and so forth. So I don't know if they sign them ahead of time or sign them as they go out. What's going on, Remy Q Studios? How are you doing today? He did a live stream with his wife the other day. Talking about wives. Did a live stream with his wife the other day, and I kept thinking about those statues that you said. I don't know if I'm supposed to be if I'm a perv looking at these statues or a collector, that you and what's his name we're talking about the other day on y'all's live stream Sunday. Flash by Night, what's going on? Matt Marlin, how are you? If you're not familiar with M&M Comics or M&M Comic Sales or Matt Marlin, he does a lot of stuff over on the Instagrams, but he's got a YouTube channel. Don't know how long he's had it, but he didn't have that many followers, but go check him out over there. But yeah, this is a thing that they originally did, and then it also got signed. So there is that. Also, talking about artists, I ordered off of Mike Mayhew's website. So I've never been much to order directly from artists like that. So this is kind of a new thing to me. Comics for Cheap, what's going on? Another person that's big on the Instagram, and then decided to come over to the YouTube world and has been making some cool videos. some good ones for excuses as to why you're getting more and more comic book boxes that you can tell your wife. Try out some of his tips in his video. But I ordered from Mike Mayhew. I'm not a huge Mike Mayhew fan, but there's some stuff they really killed it on. So this is what I got from the Mike Mayhew. And this was the main reason why I had ordered off his site. So it's a Bloodshot 10. This is the first appearance of this character who was actually in the movies. So she was in the movies before she was in the comics. And he signed it. I thought that was pretty good placement where he signed it right there. And then it comes with a COA. So I thought he did a pretty good job on that. Yeah, man. Thank you, Remy Q. And so I think I had to order so much and I would get free shipping. If you go to his website, he will give you like 20% off your first order, but you got to wait for that coupon code, and it might take a minute for you to actually get it in your inbox and your email. So I picked up this also, Vader Down. That was the one shot when they were talking about that miniseries. And so I thought that was pretty cool. And see where he signed it up here. Little COA. Now, this is another cool cover that I picked up. That's not it. Right here. But I'm not sure whether or not I'm going to keep it or do it for some kind of giveaway over on Instagram. But yes, G.I. Joe got the Baroness action right there. That red cover with the red Cobra deal is very, very sleek. Nice smile art out of its mind. It did not come in Mylar, by the way. I put it in there. But yeah, so there's his signature right there. Warlord, how's it going? How is it going? And so so I'm not sure on that G.I. Joe if I'm going to keep that or if I'm going to do a giveaway for those particular books. So I got two books off of Etsy the other night. One is Marvel Milestones, Hulk 181. And I just realized as I was sitting there talking to you all that I've already put it over on my Hulk wall. So that if you follow my Instagram and you've seen my Hulk wall, it has continued to morph since I put that up there because I've got more Hulk 181 homages in the mail. And homage, whichever one you prefer. But I already put it up there, so it's up there. But this is the other book that I got, Batman 241, Neil Adams goodness. And so, as you know, I'm working to complete my Batman run. I'm working on the 200s now. So I have 288, I think 288. Let's see what we got right here. Batman. Wish list here. Hopefully everybody's doing. Thanks for the 10 people that have showed up and are hanging out with us. So I have, stand corrected, 270 to 713. So that's volume 1. So 270 to 713 I already have. I have a lot of the other ones, older one, but sequential wise, 270. So I'm trying to focus my attentions on the 260s, but when it comes across a book like this, I was able to get it on the cheap. And because I combined it with that Marvel Milestone that I was wanting to get, I was able to save shipping. So it was free shipping or whatever. So pretty cool. So if you haven't ever checked out Etsy, Etsy is another good place. But like others, Mercari, eBay, Instagram even, you can get gypped over there. I noticed that there was a guy trying to sell selling a 9.6 Hulk 181 slab for like less than $1,000. So I sent him a message. I said, hey, could you send me some more pics of this? I never got nothing back. Sleeping Collectibles, what's going on, man? His channel has been blowing up for sure over there. Yeah, a lot of people don't check it out, Justin. And, it's just another place to check out, find stuff on the cheap. So I was over on Legion of Comics channel the other day, I believe in a live chat, and he was showing these John Jiang covers. And I was like, man, this is some cool covers. Well, the guy that was in the chat, one of the guys that was in the chat saw it and hit me up on Instagram and said, hey, I got those for sale if you're interested. So picked those up off of, this is from Transformers 84. Secrets and Lies. It's a series that I've been thinking about getting because it was just a mini series and thinking about picking them up. And these are some pretty cool covers. Of course, this is the Soundwave. Just noticed it right then. Of course, there's his blaster, but there's the little cassette tape, little bird shooting off to the side there. Then you got Grimlock in full robot mode. And so that is, yes, there's more than meets the eye with these. And so these are actually both issue number 2s, just variants of them. So there's a couple more, like I think there's an Optimus, a Megatron one, the ones that you would normally think of, the more popular ones. So I've got to get those as well, but those came in. Got this one off of the Phoebe. This is just one of those random issues that I needed to get the longer sequential run that I mentioned earlier with my Batman Volume 1. And it was one I had not been able to find out in the wild. So although on my Batman run, I'm trying to get it all organically, random YouTube, random Instagram, or in the wild, sometimes, like if I'm like 2 or 3 away from having a long number, I was like, oh, let me just go ahead and buy it, and then I'll have that long number. So that's what I did. Yeah, I'm gonna go come hang out in the chat. So Burt Family 54 Comics is having an auction over on his website. Several of the Burt family members are going to be over there tonight selling their wares. And I'm a diamond-fisted retard today. Oh, okay. So yeah, so this is that, and I didn't realize that this was a Mike Grell cover. So Mike Grell, probably more known for his Green Arrow work, but that's a Mike Grell cover there. And these I got from Peter Parker Comics. And so if you ever want to be over in the most unorganized auction, but yet strangely humorous auction, go to Peter Parker Comics. And he put up some stuff the other day and picked it up from him. So this Hulk 181 homages, the Incredulous Trump and now Hillary. Of course, check that out. Burn it to go. He's feeling the burn. He doesn't have mittens on, so this is pre-mittens. So this is an early origin of Burn to Go. But anyway, I thought this was hilarious. So yeah, I had to pick that up from him. And keeping with the theme of 181 homages, or homages, is this X Factor 1. I'd seen people pull this from the Spider-Man booth box. I'm not a huge Spider-Man booth guy. I've gotten several boxes, as you've seen the videos on my channel, but I'm not a huge guy when it comes to Spider-Man booth boxes, and have been fortunate enough to get this one. I have X Factor. I don't think I even have X Factor 1. Thanks, Big O. Yes, I don't even think I have X Factor number 1. This is not one of the series that recently rebooted that I was really interested in. Everything that I seen about it was meh. So been passing it over, but wanted to get this for the cover. This was definitely a cover by Kenneth Bird. What's going on, man? How is it going? Also picked up a little Valiant action. You knew it had to come in here somewhere. Parker threw this up, and for cheap, picked that one up. And I think this is actually issue 18 for me. Copy 18 for me. Bloodshot number 1. Barry Windsor Smith, Don Perlin goodness there. And yeah. And he also threw in this. So I was picking up all the free comic book day stuff, and I was throwing them in for people myself, like if they bought so much on one of my auctions or something. But I guess he had the same idea. Cyborg Dad Mystery, what's going on? And now brought to you by Pocan Joe. Awkward sip of coffee. So those are definitely some really cool pickups, and got some foreigns for you. How about La Masa, Volume 3, number 40? So this is a Spanish version of the Hulk 181. This is not the this is not as hard to find, nor is it as expensive as the other Spanish version that I showed you, where they kind of did a little different take on the Hulk 181 than this one. But it is a cool book nevertheless. Got a few advertisements, including some Dracula on the back there. These are color. The other one is black and white. I was kind of looking through it. Colors seem to stay pretty true. Sometimes with these foreigns, they'll have these funky colors that have nothing to do with the character. But this one seems to have stayed true to that. Yeah, so this came out in 1978. So yeah, a few years after the original one. But yeah, man. What's going? Thanks for stopping by, Justin. 6 Fate. Yeah, it was a cool run. It got kind of wonky towards the end, and of course the Acclaim run when they Acclaim rebooted before they went defunct. It was all the. So this is the French Canadian version of Hulk 181. That's right. You see that right there. With some of these, a lot of these foreign books. A lot of these foreign books, they have multiple books in them. So a couple issues you might recognize. I recognize this one. This is Fantastic Four versus the X-Men, but I don't recognize the other ones. So you see they kind of combine some covers there on the front. And so yeah, this is Hulk 181. There's Wolverine doing something else. Must be another comic. Colors look. So this is some extra stuff that the foreigns have in them. And so, some of my foreigns, and, tell me what y'all think, but like that Spanish one, I really have a feeling that if with a clean and a press, that I could get that book to say a 8.0, which would be the highest one on the CGC census. For the sakes of preservation, just to say that I have the highest one on the CGC census, but then you can't open it up and see those cool things. Now that one over there is a black and white one. This one's color. It does have several extra things. What's going on? Disco. Austin LeMay, one of the sellers for Burke's sale tonight, got a Fantastic Four story in there. And if y'all remember these were the way you figured out about characters before the internet. Had to get those Marvel indexes and learn all about the characters there. Simply Incredible Podcast, what is going on? So then it's got dinosaurs. So, like we're talking in specific about the Spanish one over there, but even with like this one, I mean, not that I can really read it, but it is interesting anyway. What do you... I think I just Mylar it out of its mind and call it a day. I mean, but tell me what y'all think. Magic Lasso, what is going on with you, kind sir? Magic Lasso and I, he was on my channel not too long ago and talking up some Wonder Woman. Go figure that, although he does collect other things besides Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman was kind of the main topic of the day and gave away some Wonder Woman comics. Matter of fact, I think Freaky Louie is the winner of those particular books. But man, I appreciate the 22 of you that came out here and was hanging out with me today. Hopefully you got by the comic shop yesterday or today. So picked up Bounty Hunters number 9. Bounty Hunters number 9. Of the Star Wars, current Star Wars run, this is probably my least favorite. The story's kind of tapered off a little bit. Now at start, when Boba Fett was in there and Lee Bermejo covers were on there, man, it was killer. But it's just kind of been wavering. So I'm kind of on the fence with this one. Well, cool, Freaky Louie. I got the Shang-Chi #5. This is the Scotty Young variant. Thought this was kind of cool. Some people just big Scotty Young fans. I don't have anything against him. Just some covers really do it for me, and then others of his are just like, okay, this is not even funny. So this one was kind of cool to me. Legion of Comics, what's going on, man? How are you? So I got this, and Shang-Chi is one of those stories that's kind of on the fence for me as to whether or not I continue to pick it up. I feel like it might be one of those slow burns, and maybe I give it a little more time, maybe I don't. But if anybody's reading any of these books that I'm showing, be sure to let me know what you think about them. Hey, what did I do with that? Hey, I was going to show you these that I got as a result of your stream, Legion. Those John Jiang covers. I know you're a big fan of John Jiang. All right, we're just showing some good comics. Or at least trying to. Savage Avengers #17. This is a title that I feel like never recovered from Corona. Not to blame it on Corona like everybody else does everything else, but this is one of those titles that, man, going into the shutdown, David Finch was killing on the covers. The story was strong, but it just seems like it hasn't recovered since then. I was under the impression that it was actually going to cancel. They might have foregone that if sales were up. This is a King in Black tie-in, and I am not reading King in Black, so I might be a little bit lost on some of this. It says a Savage Symbiote Sword of Conan returns. Savage Avengers 18. So the covers are still cool. They're not as cool as the David Finch ones, but it's just the story has not been really killing it for me lately. I don't know. Anybody else reading that? Yeah, Grimlock. Read Grimlock. Then we got Wolverine #9. This is a story that started off kind of wonky. They had two different stories in volume 1. And it's kind of like, where are you going with this? But yeah, they quickly wrapped up the one story. I think the more important story, the vampire story, the more interesting one, at least to me, as it involved Omega Red and the vampires and Wolverine. They kind of hinted at it again in a later issue, but I think that's going to be a bigger thing to play in the issues to come. And so we will see how it goes. The Adam Kubert covers, Ben Percy writing. Now, I understand that Ben Percy's not going to continue to write this. I hope that doesn't make things get less interesting. Yes, shameless plug away. So yes, if you haven't checked out Legion of Comics, go check him out. He's 13 subs away from 400, I believe, and it's going to be doing a giveaway. So go check him out if you are not already subscribed to him. And so this is probably the most, or not say the most consistent, a consistent title for the X line. I wouldn't say it's their best. I would probably say that Hellions is the best, which is, I don't know if I just had a low expectation for that title and it's surprising me. I don't know if that's what it is or what, but Hellions is a pretty solid title. Marauders, I go back and forth on. I dropped New Mutants, Excalibur's in. So I got this one. X-Force is pretty good too. So yeah, pretty cool Storm cover. You can't hardly go wrong with a Storm cover. Thank you, Disco, for dropping that link for Legion. So you can't hardly go wrong with a Storm cover. Storm seems to be the one of the main characters in here. And then this is the cooler part of this. Check that out. I wonder if they're now going to go back to Jean and Cyclops and those traditional later X Factor years costumes. That would be really cool in my mind. I thought that was a really good time for them. They've got Cannonball, Sunspot. Of course, Cannonball's got a kid with one of the people from the Shi'ar Empire. but Storm's a real big part in that. And they're also having the X-Men election. So if you haven't voted for the X-Men election, go check that out. There you go. Disco says he is the latest subscriber to Legion of Comics. Yeah, so you can actually go marvel.com/X-Men vote, and voting will be open from January the 27th, that was yesterday, until February the 2nd. So go ahead and vote on who the next X-Men is going to be. I wonder if it's one of those things that, like when they decided to kill off Jason Todd, did they really already have it in mind that they were going to do it regardless of what the vote was? I don't know. Now, I tell you, a series that's been killing it, and the children too. Something's Killing the Children. Saw what I did there, right? But yeah, Something's Killing the Children. Definitely, I feel like Tynian's best work right now is Something's Killing the Children. Came late to the game, but got a trade for like the first 6 issues, I think, and been picking them up in singles ever since. I'm sure this is probably one of those series that would read better in trade. However, when you're excited about a series so that when you get it on New Comic Book Day, you start putting it to the top of the stack, you know you got something good. So Kenneth Bird says, I did sub him too. Oh, well, he's got 390 subs. So there you go. All right. So, yeah, you got picked up 3 subs, Mark. All right. So yeah, this has definitely been a cool story. I'm just kind of glancing through here, right here. Looks like some, Erica Slaughter fixed to kill it. Boom, boom. I mean, these action panels, just killer. I really like the Jenny Frison covers. I'm just never, Jackson Roy Kirk says $3.91 now. There you go. Yeah, there's just let me do this. If anybody wants to hop in here, as long as I recognize you, I will let you on if you want to talk about any of these new comic book day picks in particular, or anything that you're picking up. You want to show them off, feel free to jump on. But yeah, this looks like a killer deal. Okay, so this is the little apparition. This is that little stuffed toy. He's not really a stuffed toy. So yeah, man, I can't wait to read that. That looks sick. I'll let y'all guess who that is. All right, then we got Mega Man fully charged. The Boom just been killing it lately. So Boom is Legion says, I jump in, but I'm still at work. Oh, I got your Moon Knight care package yesterday, editing an unboxing video tonight. Sounds good, Flash by Night. Thank you. Mega Man fully charged. It got me with the foil cover. At first, got me with the nostalgia surrounding a Nintendo figure. Got me with the fact that Boom is just really killing it right now. But the story was it feels like it was a spin-off of sorts from some. If I had read another series, I might have been more in the know. Maybe my Mega Man memory is just limited to what the original Nintendo was, or the Super Nintendo. So like the first 3 Mega Men, but I think there are a lot more. I don't know. Maybe it's all of it. But this appears to be the last issue. I didn't think it was an ongoing, long-running series. So issue 6. So I'm kind of glad that one's ending and wrap that up. Maybe I can save $3.99 a month because it seems that, I know that DC is, but it seems that Marvel is fixing to be going up on their books as well. Fun, joy, happy. I kind of enjoyed the first couple issues and dropped it after 3. Yeah, when me being a run collector, so that's the problem with getting on issues like that. So I'm at 3, and I'm like you. I'm just kind of, it's okay, but there's just so much other stuff out there that's really good. So what do you do? Man, look, who do I have here with me but Discovery Bay? What's going on, JB?
How you doing, man? Thanks for having me on. Man, we get a lot of the same books. If you're reading a lot of the same stuff. I don't know. Isn't Tinian also writing, or Tinian? I don't know how to pronounce the guy's name. Isn't he also doing Department of Truth? Because that's just
dude. Department of Truth
is killing children are in my top 5 for sure. There's a lot of good books right now, man. They're mostly indie too.
Yeah, that's the interesting thing too, because I hope that the indies don't follow suit with Marvel and DC with these price hikes, and
Oh,
then it just
no.
drives more people to the indies.
All right, let's see what I got here. What did I read recently? Or is this in the to be read? Was this last week? Immortal Wonder Woman. What'd you think of that one? Oh, the second Batman Catwoman. What'd you think of that? Did you read it? Are you in on
I
this?
didn't. Mm-mm.
This is like 3 different timelines in this story. This was really good. This issue was really good. The second issue. What about this one, man? This was good. I Breathed the Body. Did you?
I didn't get that. I actually saw somebody did a review on it, and they didn't really like it. They were big indie guys, so it kind of scared me off of it.
Crimson Flower. I don't even know what to tell you, man. Is she schizophrenic? Is she imagining this? This thing started fast and furious, man. This little girl. And Once in Future? You doing Once in Future?
Yeah.
Man, that's a good one. Scumbag. I'm enjoying the hell out of this. I think I've said it. I can't read this without doing Ernie's voice and Matthew McConaughey. Right? All right.
Couple of comments.
What else have we got in here? Where's the stuff I read this week? Oh, it's still laid out over there because I was taking pictures for Instagram. What do I got left? Still left to read. I still got a ton of stuff left to read. I'm going to be doing the Smuggler's Run. You reading the Star Wars Adventures?
No, but I had actually thought about picking that up.
So I got Smuggler's Run 1 and 2. I got to get in on that. See what's going on there. Because they have
a Darth Maul cover coming out next week, and Awkward Sip of Coffee.
So I'm definitely on that one. Awkward Sip of Coffee Ode to Pocan Joe.
There you go. Hey, we got Ian up in the house. What's going on, Ian?
Hey, Ian, how you doing, man? I haven't seen you in a bit.
Oh yeah, and this Saturday, I probably go. Well, okay. So, anyways, because there is a comic book thing, or so actually go going on. Sweet.
Are those the action figure themselves? Or
Isn't that cool? No, these are the action figures.
Okay, because they were so thin, it almost looked like
they're replicas of the period ones, but man, these are so cool. I'm gonna be hanging these on the wall, man. Yeah, these are the action figures. They're not the comic.
These toy manufacturers know what they're doing. They are.
Oh man, they are just pulling at my heartstrings, man. They're pulling at the nostalgic heartstrings of the shit I used to play with as a kid.
Exactly.
Here's some more. I can't stop now. Now I'm just on this is my new thing. This is my new thing, man. I can't stop.
Oh.
So yeah, I'm
Did you get the Boba Fett
one? No, I haven't.
Oh, Ian's got a little let's see what Ian you got the
I got that Mando one though. Ooh.
Age of Apocalypse, Rogan Gambit. That just come out?
No, well, because I actually went to my local antiques store, and they got it laying on the thing.
Okay, cool. So that's the Black Series, ain't it, JB?
Yeah, that's one of the Black Series, man. I don't know, man. You know what I found out? I pre-ordered and now it should be shipping any day now. Is I got the entire Build-A-Figure set with this Stilt Man and all the different figures you needed to build him. So I'm looking forward to that thing showing up. I'm gonna bust him open and build him up.
Yeah, and plus, like, I found this big book too.
Oh yeah, Batman
very
Noir.
Nice.
Yeah.
Batman Noir.
Yeah.
Look who has arrived.
Who's in here?
Big Will has arrived. MTC is also in your chat. You got a nice
Hey,
little
Ian,
figure.
Legion was asking what Superman book that was you were showing. That's I think that's a John Byrne cover, wasn't it?
Yeah, I got it from one of the people who collect books. I
Mhm.
can't remember, like,
Mr. Comics 89 is a huge Superman fan. And so is Biggie. Biggie Shack likes a lot of that Superman.
Yes. So, like, anyway, so I don't know what books that I want to pick up. So, if you can, at least, just tell me, or you like them, what kind of books, maybe if you can find, or you were at the, what at the comic book thing, also that I'm going to on
Cool.
Saturday. I don't know what kind of books, that I should, buy.
Automatic Comics. Thanks for stopping in. Mr. Matthew Shapiro is also in your chat. Hey, do you mind if I drop a link to my newest video? It's only 2 minutes long.
Yeah, no
We're gonna
problem.
get a little traction on that thing. Let's see if we can get some traction on it.
Well, I noticed a lot of people when you were doing your show the other day, all them unboxings from like 15 months ago. You
Man, I got this.
interested in that? Oh, little J. Scott Campbell goodness.
Yep, sign.
Yeah.
Ooh, very nice. J. Scott Campbell knows how to draw the ladies. Definitely.
Yeah, and well, I meant because, and plus, like, they said too that they take some pops too, and so I might be probably taking some of my pops you way up to the scene.
Oh, okay.
Because I really don't get into pops now.
Oh, really? You gotten out of pops? Because I know you
Oh
got
man,
a
yeah.
bunch
I
of
wish I
pops
could
on.
say that. I am all popped out right now.
Yeah,
I got all kinds of pops and they're still coming in. It's crazy.
yeah.
Good Lord.
Uh, 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 uh,
Here's my newest one. You guys see my newest one? Little Devil Flanders.
Flanders.
Come on, that is cool. Devil Flanders.
You know what? I'm just
Yeah.
wanting right.
Yeah, see, Ian's got all the pops there too, huh? Yeah.
Boom.
Oh yeah, I know. Discovery Bay with the sultry comic voice. That's right. Thanks for stopping Flash by Night. Hey, you also got Comic Con is in the chat.
So, any of y'all reading the Harley Quinn, the White Knight, Sean
No,
Gordon?
I passed on that series. Tell me, did I make a mistake?
It's pretty good. Because the White Knight stuff that they've been doing,
Mhm.
Sean Gordon Murphy's been kind of, is really consistent with it. So that's the only reason I picked it up, because I'm not a big Harley fan, but it's in that universe, and so I'm giving it a once over.
Giving it a once over. Yeah, there's a few titles that I've picked up, and I don't think I'm going to go to issue 2. There's a couple of the new indie titles that I think I'm probably not going to follow. Post Americana, I think I passed after issue 1. That Batman is sweet. Look at that Hall of Justice.
Yeah.
Oh, did you see what I posted on the Instagrams today? Like, there's a new pop series.
Superman?
Huh?
Yeah, that's with the Superman. Here, I'll show you. I think I can do it. Can I do that? Can I do it? Let me see if I can do this.
I think you can share your screen and I okay it down there.
Yeah, let me see here. I gotta bring it up. I gotta find it.
Yeah, Legion. You're probably right. It's not as fire as the other ones, and I tell you one, and I'm gonna blame Legion of Comics as one of the people that did this to me. I said I'm not gonna do any of the Future State stuff, and here I am. I bought Dark Detective
There you go.
And the other one.
No, I do not. By the way, I do not know. I just saw your post in the private chat. I do not.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So
I was kind of wondering about
check
that.
this thing out over here. Is that
Wow.
sweet? Come on, man.
Yeah,
I have no idea how big this thing actually is, but I know that I am down for whatever they put out in this series. That's
I
going to
hope
look
they don't. I hope they don't
great.
do the Batman one.
That's going to look great. Yeah, the Batman one's going to be awesome. You know, if their
Because
first appearance in comics, what a great concept for these.
Yeah.
This pop's going to sell out like crazy. I'm going to jump all over these.
Yeah, that's cool. And
Right.
that the kind of the thing that I say, hey, I'm not going to go into this pop rabbit hole is that if I can do the pop with like if it's a key pop that I got a comic to match with, right? So that's kind of my line. But see, they put so many cool pops out there.
All right, anybody reading the Kaiju score?
I am. I'm not.
It's good, man. It's really good. It is a heist that these guys have planned around. Basically, they know what the protocol is when a kaiju comes on land. You know, this huge, Godzilla type creature. So they were going to play on that. And unfortunately, the team of people, there's one guy that's always got bad luck. They each have their little quirks. It's written really well. I'm having a really good time with the kaiju score.
Oh, yeah.
What else do we have?
Looks like this one.
We only find them when they're dead. Are you reading that? You're
I'm
not
waiting on the trade.
You're gonna rate on the trade? Yeah, that's a good call on that one, probably. King in Black. I didn't get it last week, and I finally got it this week, and I stayed away from all the spoilers. But man, the final page reveal on the King in Black. Are you reading that one?
You didn't see the spoiler variant cover?
No, I didn't see it. So it did, so I was trying to stay away from all of that. Yeah, I like the idea of a spoiler variant cover though too. Isn't that cool? And then this latest Department of Truth just completely every single issue of this is just completely twisted my mind. And this one just took it a step further to kind of find out the reveal there. Oh my goodness, man. You guys got to be reading this Department of Truth. I hope this gets optioned at some point. All right, what else we got? And then, yeah, come on, man. Erica Slaughter is...
I'm surprised that Something Killing Children hadn't been optioned yet.
Dude, Something Killing the Children is fire, man. I bought the first two trades to reread it, and which is a great way to read this series, by the way, because the anticipation waiting, for the next issue to come out is killing me. All right, so what else we got? Did I have? Oh, there's my video, which I do every, and then we did the Immortal Wonder Woman. Sorry, I showed you those. Yeah, all right, that's it. You can stop. You can stop the share.
Let's see.
There you go.
So yeah, thanks, Matthew Shapiro. I know that Ian's on his way to 900 subscribers. Legion of Comics, who was in here earlier, is on his way to 400. There's a couple of people in the chat that are on their way to different milestones. Myself, I'm on my way to 900, and am going to be giving away that Guardians of the Galaxy Marvel Omnibus. So if you have not already checked out my 900 subscriber video and left a comment and subscribe to the channel, then do so before that closes out and give that away. Copy 801, what's going on?
Well, because
what's up, Copy 801?
Because in for my 900 a giveaway, I might do maybe a also history but also like a box.
Oh, okay, a mystery box.
Yeah. So anyway, like one thing I will put inside there.
Oh, sticker.
Oh, everybody loves some stickers, man.
But they are
magnets.
Yeah,
a little magnet strip on them. That's cool. Good idea.
You don't have to stay in a perfect place.
That's very clever. Very clever. Little magnet strip. Good stuff.
Yeah, Vince McLean says, yeah, that's right. Vince McLean says he's on his way to 300. Tacoma, heard me give a trying to narrow my focus, and he said, "Largest rabbit hole. You have thousands of comics to match Pops." That is my problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm almost at 8,000 comics, and I don't know where
I've only entered my slabs so far, which I did get my CGC in. I have 3 slabs, and I already know one of them's got an issue. So, spoiler alert. Actually, that may actually make you watch. One of them's got an issue. Guess which one? Come check it out. Come check it out when I finally do go live with my 5th ever CGC unboxing. 3 slabs, 1 with issues.
Is it kin to this one?
Beautiful. Wow. Well, congratulations to you, my friend, on that. Very nice.
Well, no, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
I was going to tell you something on that, but I'll tell you off.
Very
cool.
nice. Ian with the sign stuff.
You said you got
Ian
the signature
sign. Showing off the signature series, man. Very nice.
Got this off of Instagram seller, and of course, Legend of Zelda 1 got a little Valiant nostalgic Nintendo kick.
Very nice.
And I got a Star Wars book signed.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's signed by Charles Soule.
Yep.
Dude, I just started reading the Light of the Jedi. Are you going to do this novel?
Yeah, I am.
For high bucks. I got it.
That's a good deal.
Place where I pick up my books. I pick my books up at I pick my books up right I did a spot that I found out that is a flea market joint.
Okay, flea market, yeah.
And the one booth got Pops, books, and whatever you can think of, like wall to wall.
Have you ever seen that cover before?
No.
So Ian, hold the cover up, because I'm going to show JB what I'm talking about.
Okay, yeah.
So if you notice, there's Obi-Wan and Yoda, and it's a recreation of the Empire Strikes Back scene. Luke goes off to Bespin to rescue his friend, and he says, "Hey, he's our only hope." And Yoda says, "No, there's another."
Correct. Yes.
Yeah. Now that one got the can you show there it is. You can't hardly see it with the color on the thing, but in the back, beside that tree, there you go. You getting it? You see that rabbit? Rabbit?
Yeah.
It's Jackson. So you remember Jackson from the original Marvel run?
Yes.
So Jackson was a creature that Roy Thomas and them made up. He's not part of the canon. And so it's rumored that George Lucas, after so many issues, said, get rid of him. And so he disappears out of that series.
Yeah.
So that cover puts Jackson in there, and they said, hey, there is another one. And Jackson peeps out behind the thing like he's the other hope. And Yoda said, not you.
Oh, that's cool. All right. Yeah, it makes sense. That's good stuff. And anyway, I'm just only a couple of chapters into this new Light of the Jedi novel by Charles Soule, and I'm kind of feeling like a little bit like when I first started watching Game of Thrones. Now I don't want to get attached to any character. I mean, man, oh man, what a way to start the book. So I'm looking forward to seeing where this story goes. Well, hopefully some of the characters make it out of their chapter.
Charles Soule is a pretty consistent writer, and so I was excited to see that he was going to be in that book. I've heard a lot of people pan the comic. I didn't really get the vibes that some of the people that panned it, said. I was like, okay, it's one issue in. I haven't really made my determination whether it's any good or not, right? I mean, it wasn't, A New Hope or anything to me, or Empire Strikes Back, but what is. So let's see. Matthew Shapiro says, been reading a lot of King of Black. DC's Future State has been a fresh change. And yeah, I mean, that's the same way I'm with Future State. I kind of view it as just a what if. And so I've gotten into the Batman ones. I've heard the Wonder Woman's good. Some of the other ones have been mixed reviews.
I feel like I'm getting robbed right now because I want Batman and then I spend $8.99 on Batman so I don't get the wavy cover.
Yeah,
right?
it's crazy,
You got to get the weight, because if you don't get the cardstock cover with DC right now, you're getting some like just crazy cheap wavy cover. So I'm paying the extra $1. I'm paying $8.99 basically for Future State Batman and a third of the book. I get a third of the freaking book in the story I want to read. But I can rant. I'm not going to
rant. Rant or rave.
Too late. Done. There you go. Rant
well,
done.
and, when they come back, they're going to be higher. And, I understand everything goes up, right? But is the quality going to go up at least somewhere around the same as what the price goes up? And I've heard people say, well, you're getting multiple stories in there. Okay. But I like the main story.
I wasn't trying to get multiple stories. Yeah, I also have Suicide Squad queued up next, Legion. So thank you. I'm glad to hear that it's actually going to be good, because I'd say it's been hit or miss so far with DC Future State for me. And honestly, guys, look at what we're reading, and the best stuff is not coming from DC. Nope. It definitely tell me the top storyline right now is DC. Now I know Tinian had a nice transition into Batman, carried that up through 100, and I'm still on Batman. I think Batman's a nice run. There is nothing else now that Death Metal's over to read in DC, in my opinion.
Yeah, I didn't really understand. I mean, they've got the Black Label stuff still going, but I don't understand why they would stop. I mean, because this trajectory with Batman was going up. Why just kill it? Unless they thought, well, hey, everybody that's on Batman's automatically going to go to this.
Well, we do, because we're Batman fans, and now I'm pissed because you give me a third of the book for $9.
But having said that, some of the stories were interesting. I think that with the departure of some of the more talented those seasoned writers to go to indie stuff, I think that they're bringing in new talent. Whether it's any good or not remains to be seen. But we're going to start seeing Marvel do some of the same stuff that they used to do with Marvel Premiere. How they would have one story, and then like Iron Fist was in some of them, like the first 6 or 7, and they would have Doc Strange. So these characters are not good enough yet, or have enough
to carry a title, but they're good enough to carry a story arc, right? Or two, yeah.
And so I think that's where they're going to go with that. And the same thing with DC. They're going to have all these little stories, and if they start getting the vibe from the community that, hey, we really like this other side story, then it's going to get its own title.
Oh, I gotta go. My wife's working from home and she's on a call, and I can't be on when she's on the call. So thanks for having me. By the way, you are invited to the CGC unboxing if you want to be on that panel.
When's that?
I don't know. I want to get the presser on there too. So I'm sure it'll be a good time.
It'll be interesting. I know there's frustration vented.
If anybody watching this on the rewind and you haven't done already, make sure you're hitting the thumbs up for this guy, subscribe to the channel, and click the bell so you don't miss it when he goes live. He's got a lot of great content. Thanks for having me on, Jason. And do not forget,
we had a good time.
Thanks, man. Peace, everybody.
Well, Ian, it's us and 19 other folks. Let's see what we got going on in the chat over here. Matthew Shapiro says the other History of the DC Universe Black Label series is killing it. I like the covers, and I didn't pick those up, so I think I'm going to go back and get those back myself.
Sorry.
Yep.
Yeah, and well, man, I went to my comic book store. Man, like some of the comic books are expensive.
Yeah.
Like, man, I said, What happened to the books? Yeah, I can only give for only $1.
Yeah, used to when I was a kid, I'd go on the go over to the newsstand, and you can get stuff for 65 cents or $1, and you get a lot of books. You can't get as much as you used to with it. Yeah, I would agree with that. The Ghostmaker run, it was built up to be, and it was very anticlimactic. So you're thinking there's going to be this super fight at the end, and Batman basically talks him down, and he's like, "Hey, join me." Okay, I'm part of your team now. I'm like, what was that? I mean, this guy was kicking Batman's butt, taking names, and then all of a sudden he's like, "Yeah, okay, I'm on your team now. I stabbed you in the side, and it was anticlimactic, not necessarily Tinian's best work there. Now, leading up to 100 was good. But I think because they were not planning on keeping him on that title past 100, and it did so well, they're like, okay, throw something together until we get to Future State, and we'll figure it out when we get back. I think that's basically their take on it. But I did get Batman Black and White #2. I decided to go with that cover right there. And got Dark Detective #2. And I don't think the Dark Detective, I don't think it's Bruce Wayne, because in Wonder Woman, it reveals that Bruce is dead. They've been talking that Bruce is dead. So I'm wondering who is really the Dark Detective. But I understand that some of the Future State stuff, that they are not in the same timeline. But Dan Moore is drawing it. Dan Moore does a killer job with something Once and Future rather, and so I like the artwork here. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, and I got this one.
Got Batman Deadshot. C3 Comics, what's going on? No, it's Bruce. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, it looks like him, but looks can be kind of deceiving. So I guess the Wonder Woman comic set in a few years ahead of what this is. Who did the artwork on Batman Black and White? Let's see. These are the names of the ones that are drawing and writing it. This particular cover, there's a variant cover by Doug Braithwaite, Kamon Sharhama, probably killing and butchering these names, and a cover by Jock. This is not the Jock cover. I think this is the Braithwaite cover. But yeah, so there's several different artists in here. Mitch Gerards, which is the guy that draws Mr. Whatever Strange that Tom King's writing. Mr. Gerards is the guy, or is he the one that did? Oh crap! What is the guy's name? The guy that escaped, that's married to Big Barda. You know who I'm talking about, Dan?
Nope.
Okay.
I can't. Oh, well, because I just got into.
That's who it is. Thank you, Legion. Name was escaping me, but yeah. So there's one in here that he does. Let's see.
Yeah.
Aside from him.
Yes. So anyway, I have to go. So.
Oh, you gotta go?
Yep.
Okay. Well, thanks for stopping by, man.
Okay.
Y'all go check Ian out, and he's marching up to 900. Going to do a mystery box when he gets there.
Yep.
All right. Let's see what we got. Comic Poser needs our help. He needs 92 more subscribers to hit 750. He will give 2 slabs. Health Hotel. He's got 2. I sent you, Kenneth Burr. Okay. Oh, it takes place in a very distant future. Okay, I got you. Yeah, I knew there wasn't like sequential that these things were going on at various different times, but yeah, Dark Detective's been pretty interesting. And so let's see here. See what else we got. showed this off right here, but you can kind of get a better look at it now. So I kind of have started to shy away from some of these outlying titles, just trying to stay with Batman and Detective, focus on other things. I don't know. But the first Batman Black and White, I got the Miko Sion variant. That's an homage to the McFarlane classic McFarlane Batman cover. I got it, and I'm like, well, the stories are pretty cool. I actually got a hardback of the volume 1 of Black and White and got it signed by 3 different artists: Klaus Janson, David Johnson, and Neil Adams. I think Neil Adams was the third signature I got in that book. Oh, it takes place at the end of time. Okay. So, I mean, it seems like everybody's been kind of more interested in Future State than what some people thought that they might be. They're actually going to second printing, which is usually a good sign. That doesn't mean they necessarily sold them everywhere, right? I mean, so like in certain shops, they might be still full of them, but they sold enough that other shops wanted more. So that's a good sign. A good sign for DC. I'm not a huge DC guy. Batman, which I say that I'm a Batman fan, and that's a large part of what DC is. But I'm not, intricate in the Flash and Green Lantern. I'm familiar enough with them. I read the Jeff Johns runs and that type of stuff. But anyways, it's as not connected as I am with the DC universe. I want to see DC do well. I don't want to see Warner Brothers drop DC publishing. But then again, maybe that's the best thing. Think about it. Boom, what Boom's doing with Something's Killing the Children and other titles like that. What could they do with Warner Brothers titles? Or what could they do with Batman? Just a thought. Polka Dot Peach, what's going on, man? How's it going? I can fix that. I don't need rabbit holes, man. Look, I said earlier that I'm almost at let's see what we got right here. So I've got 7,862 comics. Got a little more than that because some of my foreign variants aren't on there, or foreign editions rather are not on there. But I gotta have room for all this stuff. I guess I don't have to get a floppy, but I'm old school enough to want the floppies. But even with that, I've got this bookcase that goes from top to bottom and covers that whole wall over there, and it's full of books. And so it's like, where do I even put the omnibuses or the graphic novels? It's just a space deal. Please help him out. Say I sent you and subscribe to him and get to. Okay. So what Kenneth Bird is essentially saying, if I'm understanding this correctly, and if I'm not, Kenneth, let me know, but it looks to be that Comic Book Poser, Remy the Comic Book Poser, is trying to do a giveaway, say Kenneth Bird sent you, and he's going to get something. Yeah, Poser does like me. He's like a video every single day or something. And then he does like an auction on Sundays. So, but no, I mean that's good. That's good to know, and I'm glad that they're selling a lot of them, because I don't want to see the industry as a whole falter, because it starts spreading ripples throughout the industry if one falls at this point. It's not like the old days where there was a billion independents out there. Having said that, a lot of the new ones, AWA, Aftershock and Black Box and stuff like that, I mean, they're putting out solid books. I mean, what you kind of wonder. And I work for a corporation, which nothing wrong. I like the company I work for. I'm just putting it in perspective. That a lot of times your division makes money, and then corporate takes off the top, and then all of a sudden your division doesn't look like it makes as much money once they take those corporate allocations. And I feel like that's kind of the deal with DC. That's kind of the deal with Marvel. these big companies that are producing the content and selling the books. Now, there is something called too much sugar for a dime, meaning that, okay, for all this work that we do, we only earn this, but we're taking this much risk. Is it really worth it? When you're dealing with a company like AT&T, you're talking about lots of zeros at the end there. So when you're talking about the zeros at the end for DC Comics in particular, it's not a lot. So they're like, is this really worth it? And they'll have to ask themselves that. But how are these companies like Boom and others that are going out there and producing the good content, attracting the right talent, how are they doing things? And these other big companies who have well-established characters that people are willing to pay lots of money to get stories for, and they can't? Seems kind of strange. But hey, the corporate overlords, if they own the company, that's their right to milk and pillage the company. Just don't sell the bill of goods that at the end of the day that they're not profitable when they would be if you hadn't taken the corporate allocation off. Even IDW had a really good quarter for last quarter. They only lost $500,000. So that's not really good, but it's better than what they were. But that's the comic side. Now the movie side, they're losing way even more than that. So something's fixed to get cut, and it's not going to be the movie content. It's going to be the comic books. If they can't convince more people to buy stock and invest money into the company. So there is that. Well, I still got 10 people watching. I do appreciate everybody that showed up. We had 20 plus people at one point in the stream, and hopefully you're going to go and check out all the channels of the people that came in here and hung out with us. Several of them, as I said earlier, are on their way to doing giveaways, so sub them up. I myself am doing a giveaway of the Guardians of the Galaxy Marvel's Omnibus. If you go to the 900 subscriber video announcement that I did, you find out, go to that video, like that video, be subscribed to the channel, and then in the comments below, say, I want in. And when I hit that 900 subscriber mark, we're going to do a giveaway. And as we've done with other ones, I'm probably going to give away some other stuff too. So be sure to go and do that. Share the channel out so we can get there sooner rather than later. And yeah, get some good comics. There's a lot of auctions that are going to be going on tonight. I know Burke Family 54 Comics is going to be doing an auction, as well as some other folks. So go check them out and grab yourself some good comics to read, whether they're new or just new to you. In either case. And as we get out of here, I do want to show this little puppy off. I did reveal this right here on a recent video that dropped yesterday. So if you haven't already, go check that out. It tells a story about how I come across this book on the cheap and ended up getting it to a 9.6. Bought it raw, had it pressed by Eric the Comic _presser over on Instagram. Used the code BURT54 and save on free shipping on the way back to you. But yeah, so this is a 9.6 copy of TMNT #1. Certainly proud to have this in the PC. But be sure to smash that like button on the way out of here. And until next time, keep reading and keep. No, it is a third print. If it was a first print, I'd be like foaming at the mouth that I got it for that. But yeah, so until next time, keep reading and keep collecting.